Hello everyone, it is Zach, and today we are actually going to try out our Series 5 team, but since we're not allowed on Ranked yet, we're going to try it out on Casual. Now, Casual is a little different where they allow nicknames, and they also allow legendary Pokemon like Zacian and Zamazenta, as well as you'll see Melmetals and Jirachis. It's something I did with my Caparajah team, the original Caparajah team before Caparajah was allowed in Ranked. I believe that was late March. So it's something I've done before, but I didn't think about doing it for Series 5 until I saw Aaron Zybertron Zhang do it on Twitch, and he was actually going against a lot of Series 5 like teams. So I thought I'd give it a try, and I've built the team, kind of thought of it. It centers around beat up Terrakion, real original, but it's something that I just put together and threw in my battle box, and I was going to wait so the more I can get practice on this team and get a feel for what I want to lead and how I want to use it is very beneficial. My question is, what are your plans for Series 5? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments below what you plan on starting, running, or trying in Series 5. Are you taking advantage of Politoed with Rain becoming more powerful in a sense? Are you running the Swords of Justice? A lot of people are definitely gearing towards Terrakion, and this is actually the first time I've used the team preview, so this looks like a very singles team, and actually a really concerning team because this team is very ground weak. So we have Dugtrio. Oh, this is a Perish Trap team. This is definitely a Perish Trap team. I really don't know what to expect on how to perform with this team so far, because like I said, this is the first time I'm actually using it in game. I haven't done any testing on Showdown or anything, but I just want to see how my opponent leads off, because this is definitely like a Perish Trap team with the Sandaconda and the Lapras, and so I'm really concerned with Strength Sap. And Perish Body, so I do want to get rid of this Cursula as soon as possible. This is a shiny Terrakion from Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I actually shiny hunted it back in the day. I actually got all the Wormhole Legendary shiny. But this was the first one that I got with a competitive, beneficial nature. So I ran a beat up team online back in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and I'm kind of happy to be able to use it again. And of course, if you don't know, you can actually do that through the Battle Ready stamp in Wyndham, the Battle Tower in Wyndham. So both these Pokemon are pretty slow, so I should be able to get the first hit without setting Tailwind. I wanted to lead Emolga because it had Taunt, but it was just so hard to bring Emolga into a game with so many ground types, and we are able to one-hit KO this Corsola, and we should see a Sandblast from the Sandaconda trapping us in. And because we knocked it out, I don't think Perish Body actually activated. Oh, wow. So you break Whimsicott's Focus Sash. That did so much to Terrakion. Like this team is very ground weak. I'm probably only going to get one more attack out of... I really don't want to boost the Sandaconda, but I want to make sure I take out this Lapras. And the Sandaconda is just going to max guard, as they're probably laying the Perish Trap. And actually, they just double protect. They're hoping that we'll be able to just go down to the sand. And we one-shot Lapras through protect after the beat up in the helping hand. That's insane. So we do lose Terrakion in the process, but my opponent played real passive, hoping to stall out the Terrakion. So we actually really benefited from that. So I think here we just bring in Amoonguss and we just start sporing things. So we have a Diglett. I do know Diglets do tend to carry Aerial Ace. But we're going to spore it to try to minimize... We're going to spore the Sandaconda to try to minimize its damage output. Which Sandacondas are pretty slow, so we might be able to outspeed it after the Tailwind. And we don't. That's unfortunate. We should lose our Whimsicott here. And actually, no, you go into the Amoonguss. And Amoonguss flinches. We do stall out Dynamax, though. So I think here I want to swap out the Amoonguss because I want to get oh, trapped in. So I think we're just going to see another Rock Slide come out. Let's try to Giga Drain. I wouldn't be surprised if I see a double like Rock Slide come out. And Sandaconda is going to protect. And Diglett actually goes for Substitute. Do we heal back from that? And I don't think I survived the initial Rock Slide from Dugtrio. And they're doing a really good job of stalling out the Tailwind. We are going to get decent damage with Whimsicott, but it does activate the Sand Spit. Whimsicott avoids, okay. Amoonguss lives. Okay, let's make sure we don't get a flinch. And just so much passive damage from this team. This is a really interesting team. Now, fortunately, Protect isn't going to matter. And I want to say Diglett is more of a threat here. And Surging Strikes will just knock it out. I want to see what this Sandaconda wants to do. Okay, so it's going to Glare. And unfortunately, that was our last turn of Tailwind, so I kind of figured that was happening, but the damage output coming from Dugtrio and the flinch chance was just too much to work with. So we have to hope that we can live whatever this Anaconda is going to throw at us. So he's just going to continue to slow us down. And we do land the Surging Strikes through the Paralysis. And this should knock out Sandaconda. Okay. So, honestly, that was a really impressive team. I really liked how, even though like I stopped the main function of that team, which was Perish Trap and Perish Song, my opponent was still able to really maintain control of the field with weather and maintain the battle. I think that definitely shows that if you can hold out Urshifu for an endgame and eliminate special attackers and eliminate its weaknesses like Fairy, then Urshifu does very well in a situation like that. So let's go ahead and jump into another one. And we have our next opponent, Volcano. And we see Golduck, which is probably Cloud 9. And we definitely see a potential Steam Engine, which is really scary for this team. Also, Hydreigon being and Toxtricity being such a good special attacking core. That's really something else to be concerned about. I want to try this. I want to try Emolga because Emolga is definitely the questionable team member. And I think with this way, I can see Terrakion's potential outside of beat up. So this is definitely like an interesting lead. I really don't know how to handle this team because we could see an Aqua Jet go into the Colossal. We could also see a G-Max like Machamp with a Throat Spray Toxicity just getting really big damage and a lot of crits. That could be really scary. So we'll see the Arcanine and Golduck lead. And they definitely planned on me being more... And I'm really curious to what you want to do here. Like, who is the support in this setup? I think it'll be safe to taunt, and I think I'm just going to switch out into Incineroar. And we'll actually see Golduck switch out for Hydreigon. And I taunted because I was worried about a Will-O-Wisp coming out. And we'll just see a Flamethrower going into that Incineroar, and Incineroar should take that very well. Yeah. So here... I think I just want to Nuzzle and Parting Shot, because I think the Arcanine might want to switch out to get another Intimidate in, and then preserve it in the back for that Amoonguss. And we'll just see Extreme Speed come out into Amalga. We'll get a Nuzzle off. And because of that, we'll actually get the Parting Shot off first. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring back in Amoonguss. And we actually get a full para on Hydreigon, which is really good. I just kind of... You know, I think this might be a good moment to get in Terrakion. I could always go back to Incineroar to get another Intimidate off, but we've seen that Arcanine use Flamethrower, so it's definitely a special attacker. And Terrakion should take that. Okay, so we do have to be concerned. I just want to taunt again because I'm actually really worried about... I'm really worried about that Arcanine Will-O-Wisping my Terrakion, because that would be a real easy way to shut it down. And because we have the speed advantage, we should be able to just taunt it before it could Will-O-Wisp. And we'll see the Arcanine actually withdraw. And we'll see a Shiny Colossal come in. Which, this can actually be pretty scary, because I think here we can see a free switch into the Golduck, which can just Aqua Jet into a Colossal and activate Steam Engine. But instead we're going to see, I think, the Colossal. No, the Hydreigon. And we don't take it out, which is actually kind of good. Especially if we can get a full para off of it. And we'll see a Max Whirlwind come out to bring down the attack of Terrakion and actually just knock it out. So here I think it's a good call to bring out Incineroar. I'm kind of concerned because I've now lost my main attacker. The rest of these Pokemon are really just like a help. And I'm just going to fake out the Colossal and Acrobatics into the Hydreigon. And that's still not enough to take it out. And we'll see another Max Whirlwind come out, which still takes out the Incineroar. The Hydreigon will go down to Life Orb Recoil. And this is not looking good. Let's Spore the Colossal. Curious to see how much damage this does. Over 50. Rock Slide, so Charty Berry will come out, so that will actually boost the attack of our Acrobatics if we survive it. And we actually take that really well. And here we're able to just put the Colossal asleep. I don't think we do much damage to the Arcanine with Acrobatics unless we somehow get a crit. So we'll probably go down to Flamethrower again. Yeah. And I think it's pretty safe here to say that there's not any coming back from this. It was really interesting to see Emolga be really useful. I wish I would have probably swapped it out when I had a chance, but I know that Hydreigon was -1, so I'm really curious to know like how much Terrakion can actually withstand. I'll definitely have to look into that and do some calcs, but anyways, like I said at the beginning of the video, let me know what you're interested in seeing or what you're going to try when Season 5 comes out. And also let me know what you think of the team. How do you feel about Emolga? Do you feel like it's a good fit, or is there something else I could switch onto it? And if you're going to use a Sword of Justice, which one are you going to use? I've heard a lot of talk towards Cobalion and Terrakion, but Virizion may be able to do well as well also with rain teams. So I'm curious to see how that goes. But anyways, If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. I might do some more casual battles as the week goes on. I also want to cover Ninjala. That's coming out later today of recording. But don't forget to like the video. If you want to see more of it, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.